Thank you for joining us today. Today we will be discussing Microsoft Office products. This is the first of 4 sessions focusing on the Power BI application this month. Today we'll cover as much as possible, but our topics today are going to include obviously the Power BI, but we're going to focus on an introduction, the query functionality, pivot, view, map, desktop, Power BI website, QA, mobile apps, and finally pricing. As with all our presentations, we're going to start with a little bit about Opel Business Solutions. Opel has approximately 20 team members with a wide variety of technical expertise and certifications. Opel is also a Silver Enterprise partner and a CSP with Microsoft. Opel strives hard to serve as an extension of your team, helping you to design and deliver technology solutions to help you anticipate and overcome business challenges. With 2 offices on the East Coast, Opel provides quick and reliable products and service throughout the United States. Opel is able to provide one-stop for your technology needs. Whether you're looking for enterprise-level hardware, SMB equipment, or even certified pre-owned, Opel can provide the equipment to meet your needs. Opel also provides CSP licensing on Microsoft applications while also customizing any software to meet your needs. And finally, the Opel Network Services team provides the expertise and knowledge to design, upgrade, and support your entire infrastructure. With Opel's team monitoring and maintaining your network, you will have the latest security protection and meet the industry-verified compliances. Without further delay, I'd like to introduce myself, Jay Hess, Vice President of Opel Business Solutions. And so I'm going to jump in and just begin our presentation and learn about Microsoft's Power BI. For many of you, this is your first look and venture into Power BI, so we will remain at a high level for this first section. Power BI is a cloud-based analytical reporting system which can be used for reporting and data analysis from a wide range of data sources. Power BI, it's a simple, user-friendly interface, so business analysts and power users can work with it and get all the benefits from it. On the other hand, Power BI is also powerful and advanced enough to be used in enterprise systems by BI developers for complex data mashup and modeling scenarios. So you get the best of both worlds with Power BI. The first topic to discuss is Power Query. Power Query is a data transformation and mashup engine, and Power Query can be downloaded as an add-in for Excel or be used as part of the Power BI desktop. Power BI desktop will be discussed a little bit later on in this presentation, so we'll get into that in just a moment. With Power Query, you can extract data from many different data sources. You can read data from databases such as SQL, Oracle, MySQL, and many other databases, as you can see on the screen. You can fetch data from files such as CSV, text, even Excel. You can even loop through a folder if you want to. You can use Microsoft Exchange, Outlook, Azure as a source. You can connect to Facebook as a source as well, along with many other applications that are available on the web. You can use online search or use a web address as the source to fetch the data from that web page. Power Query gives you a graphical user interface to transform data as you need, adding columns, changing types, transformations for date and time, text, and many operations are available. Power Query can load the result set into Excel or into a Power Pivot model. And we'll be discussing Power Pivots a little bit later as well. So Power Query also uses a powerful formula language as a code behind called M. M is much more powerful than the GUI that was built for it. And there's functionality in M that cannot be accessed through the graphical interface. So M allows you to write any code and apply these complex transformations to the data easily. So that's Power Query. We mentioned a little bit about Power Pivot just briefly. Well, Power Pivot is a data modeling engine. It works on X-velocity in memory based tabular engine. The in-memory engine gives Power Pivot super fast response time, and the modeling engine will provide you a great place to build your star schema, calculated measures, and columns. You can build relationships through entities as well as other functionality. Power Pivot uses Data Analysis Expression Language, DAX for short. That is used for building measures and calculated columns. DAX is a powerful functional language, and a lot of functionality is found within the DAX library. Once again, this is an introduction, so a lot of this information will hopefully leave you wanting more information, and we'll be able to provide deeper dives into some of these other areas in our upcoming sessions this month. The next one is Power View. Now, the main data visualization component of Power BI is what they call Power View. Views are an interactive data visualization that can connect to data sources and fetch the metadata to be used for data analysis and reporting. Views have many charts for visualization in its list. Power View gives you the ability to filter data for each data visualization element or for the entire report. You can use slicers for better slicing and dicing of the data. And Power View reports are interactive. Users can highlight parts of the data and different elements in Power View and talk with each other. In Power View, they will talk with each other. There are many configurations in Power View visualization, as you can see here. And this is probably where you want additional training or help from a certified partner like Opel Business Solutions, because there is so much functionality within the data visualizations. Map. Everyone is probably used to working with maps in a very two-dimensional structure and sense. Well, Power Map is for visualizing geospatial information in 3D mode. So what do I mean by that? Well, when visualization renders in 3D mode, it usually gives you another dimension in the visualization. Well, you can visualize a measure such as height of a column in 3D. Sometimes you can also measure as a heat map view. Well, Microsoft gives a great example within their tools that they have for viewing Yelp reviews for a certain area. You can highlight data based on the geographical locations such as country, city, state, even street address. As you can see here, we're looking at a map of Yelp reviews within a particular area. So Power Map works with the Bing Maps to get the best visualization based on geographical, either latitude and longitude, or country, state, city, street address information. And from the screenshot, as you can see in Power Maps, this one is an add-in for Excel 2013, but it is embedded in Excel 2016 natively. Power BI Desktop is one of the other topics I had pointed out that we would talk about today. What is Power BI Desktop? Power BI Desktop is an all-in-one development tool for your Power Query, your Power Pivots, your Power Views, the visualizations. Everything that we started talking about before can all be accessed within Power BI Desktop. With Power BI Desktop, you will have everything in one location to work your magic. It's easier to develop BI and data analysis experiences with this view. In fact, it's actually encouraged and preferred by Microsoft as opposed to utilizing the website view. So you have a lot more functionality within the Power BI Desktop view. Power BI Desktop updates very frequently and on a regular basis from Microsoft. Now, if some of you have joined, that have joined this session, and you may have been looking at Power BI in its early stages of development, you will know that Desktop was originally called Designer. But as you can see on the screen here, some of the functionality that you have, I've taken some screenshots of the ribbons across the top, as well as the visualization center where you can see values, data, filters, and so forth. So all of these are within there where you can edit queries, create new visuals, get information from the marketplace, switch themes, and then you can drive into more of the Power BI for developers, finding some samples, some training videos, and then down below on the last image, we have the capability to add new columns, tables, working with a lot of the data modeling, so to speak. So once again, this is really your driving engine for creating everything that you are doing. One of the nice features about Power BI is the capability to share data and analytics from anywhere you have internet access. The Power BI solution can be published to a Power BI website. So the information we were just working with on Power BI Desktop has the capability to go ahead and get packaged and then sent out to a website to share with others. So this data source for this Power BI website that is providing all the information, that can be scheduled to refresh. Now it depends on the source and whether or not it's supported for scheduled data refresh as to how often it would occur, but it can be scheduled to be refreshed and refreshed on a regular basis. Otherwise, you can manually go in and obviously refresh that data. Dashboards are able to be created for the report, and you can even share this with others. The Power BI website even gives you the ability to slice and dice the data online without requiring any other tools. Just a simple web browser, the ability to ask questions, filter data, and build reports. Nice to have all your data and analytics ready at your fingertips anywhere you have internet access. I just mentioned briefly the ability to ask questions when discussing Power BI website. In reality, this functionality is called QA. Power QA is a natural language engine for questions and answers to your data model. So once you've built your data model and deployed your Power BI website, then users can ask questions and get answers easily. For instance, you may want to know teams scored goals scored by map. If you type that into the search box found at the top of the page, you'll get the results that you see on the screen there. So your team scored goals and scored by map regions or areas on a map. And you get to watch your dashboard transform before your eyes as you ask almost simple English questions. There are some tips and tricks about how to build your data model so it can answer questions in the best possible way. And that's, as you can see, teams scored, goals scored by map is not exactly the most logical English language to be using or the obvious wording. So again, this is where training by certified Microsoft partners like Opel Business Solutions are very useful. Mobile apps. More and more people are working on mobile devices these days. Conveying data on small screens is becoming essential. There are more apps for Android and Apple phones. These apps give you the interactive view of dashboards and reports in the Power BI site. So you can highlight part of the report, write a note on it, and share it to others, all from any mobile device, phone, tablet, and so forth. So what about pricing? Well, finally, with this much power, the price must be extremely high. Actually, Power BI provides these services for free. Many of the components of Power BI, as we've seen, can be used individually for free. You can download, install Power BI Desktop, the Power Query add-in, Power Pivot add-in, the Power View add-in, and Power Map add-in, all for free. All of that is available for you to download today and start playing with. There are some features of these products that are reserved for paid versions, however, such as Power BI Pro, which gives you some more features of the product, allows you to have automatic data refreshes, collaborate on shared data, and share content with others through those apps that I mentioned, are just some of those benefits that you get. You can see that the Power BI Pro is currently $9.99 per user per month, and this information comes directly from the Microsoft website. If, for instance, you have larger scale deployments, you will want to engage a partner like Opel Business Solutions to get you the best price and plan accordingly. And the reason for that is the large scale deployments really are complex, and you're going to need or want somebody there who has familiarity with Power BI, the deployment of it, and so forth to help you set it up and get your organization performing in the right direction. Now we have a better understanding of what Power BI is and does. Hopefully, in future sessions, you will gain more detailed knowledge about this powerful Microsoft application. And at this point, we kind of open it up to see if anybody has any questions. And as indicated on the first screen, you can use the chat box to the right to post any questions. I can look for any questions and so forth that have been posted throughout this session and see if there's any answers that I can provide or any information that has not been covered already. So I'll take a moment and read through that. As I mentioned before, this is a high-level introduction to show you the functionality or an overview to give you some terminology to prepare you for the second, third, and fourth sessions that we're doing throughout the month on Power BI. So with that, I don't see any questions that haven't been covered within the chat. I apologize if I did miss one or two. So at this point, I'd like to thank you for your time. Remember to look for this video and others on the Opel Business Solutions YouTube channel. And remember to look for our monthly newsletter sent the fourth week of the month, as well as our Microsoft emails sent the first week of the month in order to keep updated on the latest tips and features. Thank you again for your time and look forward to seeing you in future sessions. Have yourself a great day.